The Tokyo Olympic Games started yesterday. These are very, very strange Olympic Games. Olympic Games have been disrupted in the past, largely because of war. Some games have been affected by boycotts, but the games have still gone on. But this particular Olympics has been affected by the pandemic. It's the first Olympics that's happening in an odd numbered year. It was supposed to be held in 2020, it's being held in 2021, but it's still called Tokyo 2020. All the events are going to be happening in empty stadia before, no crowds. There's going to be no one watching any of the games. There's been a lot of controversy over whether the games should happen or not. Japan is in the middle of, Tokyo is in the middle of a health emergency right now. Because there have been some cases. There have also been some cases in the Olympics village, but the organizers seem convinced that they will still be able to conduct the games and they will be able to keep cases to a minimal level, hopefully. It's interesting to look at the debate on whether the Olympics should have been held or not. They started yesterday, so at least now we know that they are on their way. And like many other people around the world, I'm hoping that there is no sudden spike in infections or a rash of infections suddenly showing up in one sporting contingent or the other, which disrupts the games. I'm hoping it all goes smoothly. But it's interesting, like I said, to look at the various arguments being put forth by people on whether the games should go on or they should not. One argument, of course, is the economic one, which looks at the huge costs that Japan will have to bear if the games don't go through. But I think the reason why the games should happen, because I believe they should, goes beyond economics. I think everyone needs something to cheer at this point in time. Every country in the world has been affected very badly by the pandemic. Economies have been roiled, lives have been lost, and everyone is looking for something which is pure, which is positive, which is good. And from that perspective, I think the Olympics is as good as you can get, which probably explains why the organizers have gotten together and decided that they will add to the Olympic motto, right? So now the word together has been added to the Olympic motto, which probably is very, very important, because this is a time when humanity has to come together to fight the pandemic. But from the Indian perspective, I think these games could well be a milestone. We in Hindustan Times believe that they could be a watershed moment in India's quest for Olympic greatness, in India's quest for Olympic glory, because we probably will come back from these games with more medals than we've ever come back from any games with. There are a bunch of Indian athletes in a variety of sports who stand a chance of winning a medal. It includes one person who could actually win a track and field Olympic medal if things go well. This is Neeraj Chopra, the javelin thrower, who's been throwing well, but unfortunately almost all of last year the pandemic completely disrupted his training, may have affected his chances, but if he throws his best, he could well be among the medals, and that would be truly outstanding, because swimming and athletics, track and field and the pool are widely considered the purest of all Olympic genres, and if you win a medal in one of those, it is truly special, and it could probably create the right sort of circumstances for an entire generation of Indians to start looking at these disciplines seriously. But even if he doesn't win a medal, I still think that the fact that India goes into these games with a group of athletes who stand a chance of winning a medal is itself an achievement. There used to be a time when Indians would not qualify. Those who would participate in some of the events would get in on the quota system. But many of the participants this time have actually met the qualifying mark and they've qualified. And I think that itself is an achievement. The fact that Indian athletes are rated in the top 5 in a variety of sporting categories is again an achievement, because the Olympics, winning an Olympic medal is special, but it's also in many ways a matter of chance. It depends on how well you perform on that particular day, and so we are all just hoping that it is India's day at each one of these events in the Olympics where it stands a chance. I'd recommend that all of you follow the Hindustan Times newsletter on the Olympics. It comes out every morning, and it looks at what is happening in the Olympic Games. One of our reporters is actually there in Tokyo covering the games, so you will also be getting first-hand, ground-level reporting from the Olympic Village, from where the events are happening. And we will also be presenting a lot of interesting data analysis. There is a quiz which you can take. And like the rest of the country, we're just hoping that this ends up being India's best Olympics ever.